Congratulations and thank you so much for giving us time on Money Control. As we've been saying, this is a small step for Freshworks, but a giant leap for Indian SaaS. And what a leap it's been. Your IPO, like the IPOs of many other SaaS companies in the US over the last year, has popped spectacularly. It was up over 22% the last I checked. So take us through how the day has been for you. I saw you ringing that Nasdaq bell, flanked by your wife, your sons, your dog, a lot of people who have flown down from India to be with you. I think they were quarantining in Mexico and Dubai to kind of make it to the US. So what were the emotions that you were sort of going through today?
I think it was definitely super exciting, and I was happy for everything, for all of Freshworks. This is the day when our big day, when our dreams come true. I think I really wanted to say thank you to all of the Freshworks employees, current and past, because it is a cumulative effort. We couldn't have done Freshworks, taken Freshworks to where we are today without the contributions of each and every one of them. So it was a fantastic experience, and to be the first Indian SaaS startup to do that, it's like a honor, and we take that responsibility very seriously. I look at that as a Roger Bannister moment, where Roger Bannister, as you know, Chandra, is the first athlete to run a mile in under 4 minutes. But the interesting fact is, the year after he did that, there were like 50 others who actually record. So I am super excited to see our dream of India as a product nation. So we were able to play a small part in as Freshworks being the first company to go public in the US. But it's going to be exciting for India SaaS with all of our founders who are coming next. We have many startups that are scaling nicely and are ready to go on this journey. And I think I would say, not time aa gaya.
Okay, Girish, but was it running at the back of your mind that perhaps it would have been wonderful to have a listing in India? Because if we look at the previous generation of software companies such as TCS, Infosys, Wipro, a lot of the wealth creation has happened because they primarily listed in India. So is it running at the back of your mind? Would that have been even more perfect for Freshworks to list in India and lead to wealth creation here?
So I think this is like every company has their own decision criteria to decide what is the best market to list. For Freshworks, I think we started in Chennai, but we were founded also as a US corporation, and our customer base is global. All of our revenue is from day one. I'm not talking about today. From day one has been in the US. As a global company with 52,000 plus customers across 120 countries, so we took the decision that US is the best place for us to list. And I think as a US company, we are not allowed to list in India. We are a startup that started in India. So I think I will tell you, for any founder, taking a company public is an emotion, and I'm happy with that. So that's the first thought in my mind. And I think I said this in the opening speech today, that I feel like an Indian athlete who has
won the gold medal. Yeah.
And I saw you wrote about that. Thank you for that. And so that is the feeling. So this is somebody has to. There are enough startups going public in India, so it's good for India, and you need someone to go public in the US also. So both are good.
Right. Take us also through the wealth creation that this IPO has created. It's clearly a very special moment. We were just going through the shareholding. You yourself, you're worth more than $600 million at current market price. Axel has made returns of I think over 800 times, phenomenal returns. So has Sequoia, Tiger. But take us through what this means for your employees, because I saw a post that said almost 75% of employees in Freshworks have ESOPs or shares in some form. So if you can take us through that, how many Crorepatis or millionaires has your IPO created?
Yeah. So I think, see, our employees are also our shareholders. Our VC investors also our shareholders. So I think I look at this IPO as it has allowed me an opportunity to fulfill my responsibility as a CEO to these early shareholders, both the VC investors and the employees who believed in the dream of Freshworks. And you have been through our journey for so long, Chandra. You know that today it's all Freshworks a much more successful big company, but you have seen us from the early days when we were in Chennai and in a suburb, and it's been we needed all the trust and belief that these early investors and early employees who joined us in the early days, who believed in the dream. And I think as a CEO, it's immensely fulfilling for me to finish my responsibility to these shareholders who believed in us, both the VC investors and the employees, as I take on the new responsibility of the public investors who have now invested in the future of Freshworks. Now, specifically talking about employee shareholders, I think that number today is 76% of our employees own shares. Actually, it'll be interesting for you to know, Chandra, that we hired so many people in the last few months. That number was much higher. It was closer to 90%. But because we have been hiring so many people, and so that is why it is 76%. We'll share more data broadly, but I can tell you for our employees in India, we have more than 500 Crorepatis who have we have created, and also close to 70 of them are under the age of 30. So these are young kids who passed out of college a few years ago. They have all created Freshworks together, right? I wouldn't have been able to create Freshworks without the contribution of every single employee, including past and present employees. So I'm truly grateful, and I want to say thank you to all of everybody who has supported Freshworks. And I'm happy that I was able to create this liquidity, which makes a meaningful impact in their lives.
In terms of the pressure this creates for you, because being a listed company, that too in the US, it will sort of require to be more disciplined in terms of governance. So again, will you be able to spend like you were doing before on marketing dollars, or will profitability now be the focus? If you can take us through your vision over the next 2 years or 5 years.
So Chandra, I talked about an Indian athlete winning gold at the Olympics, right? That's the going public part. But if you truly want to be a world-class athlete, you have to be disciplined and train every day and keep winning. So it's not about winning one gold medal and then going home and sleeping, right? So I that's the way I look at it. So all this discipline will help us to really focus on how do we keep executing on our massive opportunity that we have. So we are sitting on a $120 billion market opportunity for Freshworks. Our mission to delight, make it easy for our customers to delight their employees and their customers. We still have a ton of opportunity there. So I think we'd like to stay disciplined, train regularly like an athlete would do, and what is expected from a world champion, and we would like to keep going.
Right. And Girish, also, I want to understand, you've also made a lot of global hires in the last year. Before that, Freshworks was largely seen as a company with a majority of its employees in India and offshore operation. Now, was this necessary in line with becoming a US listed company, or is it something that you realize that, to become a truly global SaaS player, you need that kind of local talent, local presence? I mean, I'm sure this will help other SaaS companies also that are planning to go public.
No, I think, see, I have been asked this question 5 years ago that why are you hiring everybody in India, right? So I look at it as my job as captain is to field the best possible team to win, right? And when you look at the opportunities that we have and the problems that we have to solve in the company, or the processes and the tools that we have to put in place, you want to find the right talent, the best talent that's available to you, and hire them wherever they are. Today, every successful CEO and founder knows that it's all the talent game, right? So if you can hire the best people, you will win, right? So that's the whole point. You have to go and get talent where they are available. And I look at my job moving forward also as my job as captain is to field the best team possible to win, like how Dhoni would do for CSK, right? So and we will continue to win.
Right. Girish, from Freshdesk to Freshworks to sales to CRM, you've clearly broadened the range of offerings that you have today. What else? You said that you want to sort of do for business software what iPhone did. So what else do you think you can do in the near term?
See, I think the best way to understand our long-term vision and what else is coming from Freshworks is to clearly start with our mission, right? And I've said that earlier, I'll repeat it, that Our mission at Freshworks is to make it fast and easy for every business to delight their customers and their employees. Now, that is the guardrail that we are setting for ourselves. So if you see any gaps in our portfolio, like, okay, what can we do? Like, can we add something? Can we build new products? Can we build new modules or acquire companies to help us in this mission, like to close the, break down the silos of sales, marketing, and support in the customer world, or break down the silos of HR and IT in the employee world? We want to make it easy for businesses to delight their customers and employees, and you can expect Freshworks to be playing in those markets.
My final question, when you participated in a Microsoft BizSpark challenge a decade ago, you had a Rajini dialogue, Leta Vandalo, latest Vande. And I saw a video that I think Sequoia shared where you were dancing with Mohit Bhatnagar to Okli Kanmani. So if there is a situation song or a situation dialogue today from your favorite actor, Rajinikanth, what would it be?
Singa nadai potu sigarathil eru. So this, I see this as a peak that we have scaled. And most people, when they go to the peak, then they climb down. But what Rajini says is, Sigarathai adaindal vaanathil eru. So now it's our moment to climb the skies, right? So that is the dialogue. Singa nadai potu sigarathil eru.
Our per Padiyappa, unga per Girish. Thank you so much, Girish, and all the very best to you and the entire Freshworks Kudumbam as you've described it. And thank you very much for joining us on Moneycontrol for this special interview.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you for staying up late and doing this.